Kenny's going to take the lag by about a diamond there.
Yeah, it's all these guys have been flipping quarters probably all weekend. And so one of the things a lot of people don't practice is that lag.
Oh yeah, that's clean. I'm thinking it's just straight solid again. You just gotta rack the balls random, my bad. Right? Well, no, because I'm pattern racking the balls, but then I forgot that they said you can't, and I thought it was just the stripe and the solid in the back. Yo.
Like,
At least I'm being honest. No,
You guys are going to be in for a ride on this one. Anybody who's ever watched Russian Kenny play knows that Kenny Ruttman is not very quiet when he plays, so you're going to be in for a show. Kind of think of him as a Earl 2.0 almost.
oh, he's a showman for sure. I love the Russian. So the Russian here trying to put the run together.
Isn't Rodger who put Wilkie on the one-loss side?
Yep, sure is. Now I've actually never seen Rodger play, so this will be a good look at it here on the TV table. Now he did take a loss. I'm not sure who he took the loss to, because we're bringing you this B-side match since the first round of the A-side matches are still going on. And Russian here with a good out. It looks like he's going to strike first.
Nicely done.
He leads 1-0.
Go ahead and mark it down on your calendar, guys. These are going to be the rest of the BSN live streams coming for the rest of 2019. You're watching the Bar Table 8-Ball Maryland State Championship right now. Next event's going to be a couple months away towards the end of September. We're going to be bringing you the Big Table 10-Ball State Championship. That's going to be at a Champion Billiards. And then we got a really big event coming up in October. We're going to be bringing you the Peter Burrows 14.1 Straight Pull Championship. It's going to be an international event. That one's going to be amazing. There's going to be players from all over the world coming to compete. Really look forward to bringing coverage of that event. That's going to be held in my pool, at my home pool room, Keymaster Billiards in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
A long event too, Josh, almost a week long for that one, so lots of coverage.
And of course we have one last event in November. Just mark it down on your calendars. Don't miss out. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Turn on the notifications. You guys don't want to miss any of the free HD coverage that we're bringing you guys.
And if you're interested in BSN covering your event, certainly drop us a PM on Facebook, or you can send us an email at sales@bsncoverage.com. So the Russian gets up first here on Haldar. Alternating breaks, so he'll have his opportunity here. Not a great looking setup though. So some work to do. So he's going to start out here with the high balls, Josh, which I like here because he's got the 12 ball there by the side pocket. He can use that as a breakout shot for the 15. He's got to get the right angle on it, though. Oh, man, he's going to take it now. Or if he's going to come down into the bottom of the rail. Oh, he played
8 ball.
Whoa, man. He got fortunate there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, we'll have to take a look at that again. Yeah, he played it off of the stack of balls there to free it up, and he almost pockets the 8 ball. A little bit of a risky shot there, if you ask me, Josh.
I gotta agree with you there. Yeah, that was definitely a risk.
Now you got to think, man, he's setting up good here. He's gonna 15 ball is gonna lay up nice there for him to try to break out the 8 ball.
He might even be looking at playing this 10 ball off the 2, which is going to push the 2 out to the 8. You just got to be careful. You don't want that 2 to end up blocking your 15 here. So it's not what he's doing, which is good because it was making me nervous.
He breaks it out now, which I really, you know, I understand it, but now look what he's done. He's snookered himself here behind the 8. Can't see either high ball. So he's going to either have to kick or jump here. I think you can see the edge of any of these balls. See him trying to measure it up here.
I mean it's a big moment. I mean, if he's able to kick this into the side pocket here, then he's able to.
Yeah, he'll have a shot certainly on the other ball, you know, provided that he's just plays this to make it. That was good effort there. Makes a good hit. Unfortunately, I'll let Kenny back at the table. Just trying to figure out the run out here. The 3 ball may not pass by the 10, so he's got to get in good position here for it. It's a good shot there by Kenny. If you had a little less angle on the 5 ball, you could take that now and try to play the 3 up if it goes by the 10. See if he's trying to get to that shot. He may be okay playing the 7 up in the pocket to get position on 3. You know, that's he may be looking at that, so it's always interesting to see what goes through player's mind in the run out, because there's lots of different ways, Josh, to get out of a rack.
Yeah, we've seen it happen several times where players have taken a path where the percentages might not necessarily be in their favor, but they still get it done. So now it's decision time here.
Man, I wonder if he's just see him pushing in the points there. So he's going to try to thin cut this in the side. Now he just needs to come out just past the 10. Perfect.
I wonder if his opponent feels any certain way with him, like, pushing on the pocket like that right before he shoots it. Like, I mean, you're not really going to get it to stay in any, but still.
Well, you know, it's, you know, I don't know what the ruling is there, but I've certainly, if I've had a tough shot like that, sometimes I'll push in the points on the side pocket. You know, because there's always that shot where you can push through the 1 point. So usually that's why players do it, because you can sneak it right by to the lip of that pocket and get it to fall.
It was a tough 3-ball, but he made it look easy once he actually pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, I mean, he got out perfect there for the 7. So he's going to lead here 2-0. It's race to 6 on both sides. So the loser of this match will be out of the tournament. Brought back final 32 for today. So you guys are in for a long day of great matches here at the Maryland State 8-Ball Championship. So the Russian with the ball down on the break. What do you like here, Josh?
I mean, the high balls, you got the 14 and the 15 tied up down here where the rack would lie. And your low balls all have pockets. So I'm definitely going low balls here. He's going to have to, he's got a little bit of a tough opening shot here because he's kind of awkward on this 1 ball. And with all this traffic on the table, you already see he has the bridge out.
Just got confirmation on the next TV table match after this. We'll be bringing you Rick Molinaro versus Tom Zippler. That should be a barn burner. Both run-out players. Of course, Rick Molinaro used to own pool room just above where we're at right now, Brews and Q's. It used to be called Big Daddy's. So many of you guys locally are familiar here. They had a great American 14-1 league in there for a long time. And Rick had lots of tournaments there. So that should be a great match coming up. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But right now, it's all Russian Kenny Ruttman.
It's a good shot there.
Didn't get the love there on the leave on the 5, though. He may not be able to shoot any other ball but the 5. So he's going to thin cut this in the side pocket. Look how he hit that, Josh. And then cue up that shot by the Russian, man. Wow. He hit it so good in the side. And now he's got shape. Pockets the ball. He's going to have a shot here on the 2 ball. So he's taking a look here. He's here on the 6, and he can pot the 2, but man, he's got to get perfect position on the 6. A lot of traffic there in the middle of the table, so just needs to be careful here. And he hits it great. A little bit of a steep angle. He would like to come and been a little straighter here on the 6 ball, because now this is a really hard shot here to slow roll. You can see him looking where he needs to be at to play the 8. So what we might see here is cut the 6 ball in, and he may just try to run the cue ball back 1, 2, almost back to that 3rd rail where you see him pointing at to play the 8 ball. So good shot there. All he's got to do is find the tangent line there on the 6 ball. Then he can adjust for the English. Must have just missed the 12 ball coming back through. Oh, he didn't hit it hard enough, so I think he's okay though. All that looking there on the rail where to get, and he ends up coming short side on the 8. Luckily, he's got an open pocket there. He gets it done, 3-0. Maybe we'll have another Russian Kenny interview. Here's a shot here on the 5. You can see he makes a good shot prior, but this is what he's left with on the 5 ball. So he calls it in the side, and such a touchy, thin cut, and he hits it dead perfect, and he gets a little bump there from the 12 ball to get out from there. So that instant replay brought to you by Brews and Q's on the Boulevard. Nice shot there by Kenny, and he leads here 3-0 against Rodger Haldar. Of course, as we said earlier, Haldar here actually knocked Sean Wilkie, the only pro in this event, into the loser side, the B side of the bracket. And then Sean lost to JT, James Taylor. So he's out of the tournament.
2 ball and the 9 ball down here.
Man, what a break there. You gotta like the high balls here, Josh. Everything out in the open, nothing touching. Looks like the 8 ball. It's got a couple of different pockets. May go by the 7 in the corner and in the side pocket. Should be run out city here for Rodger. Punches the ball down, get position here. Personal preference there, he takes the 10. Came a little long there, but he's going to be okay at the 13 and the 11 ball near the side pocket. And he hits this perfectly to get in here for the 15. This makes his run out a lot easier. So really all he's got to do here, he can just make sure he gets off the rail here on the 15. You know, you see him take a look over there at the 13. He wants to leave himself a little bit of an angle. Pot that 13 in the side and come off that rail with just a touch of inside. Make it really easy and pot the 11 in the same pocket. Oh man, he didn't get there.
Comes up short.
Yeah. You know, when you're putting a severe inside, you got to hit a little bit firmer.
Yeah, it just dies on the rail. Can he cut this by the 5?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have a back cut here, and he'll hit this with a little bit spin to come off the rail.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Good recovery.
Good recovery, absolutely. Rodger's on the board here, Josh. Rodger. Maybe a little bit of day 2 jitters. Just going to hang that 15 ball up there in the side pocket. Russian Kenny Ruttman here, trying to get out. Comes around nicely here for the 13 ball. And the Russian's going to extend his lead here, 4-1. Russian Kenny getting one step closer here to moving on. Alternating break format, so Rodger will be breaking here. Pot a ball on the break. Looks like he's got some opportunity here. Maybe starts with the high balls here. The only problem he's got on the table here is the 6 and 10 are kind of tied up. So whichever one he decides, he's going to have to find a way to get there. A little bit easier on the low ball side if you could start out with a shot there. And you can see the 5 just laying down near the 6-10 to make it easy to get on the 6 ball. But I think that's what he sees, so he's going to start out here with the 1 in the side pocket. It bumps a 2. He's okay there. And he still have a shot at 2 down the rail. And now he's going to start thinking, though, where he wants to leave himself for the 3 and the 7. Both go by the high balls that are sitting there. So he's going to draw out here on the 2 ball, and he just slides through. So now he can start going through his progression here, thinking about where he wants to to get to the 6. So I imagine he'll start here with the 3. He would have liked to come just a little bit more out past where he's at now with the cue ball, so he could just pot the 3 and draw off the rail to get position on the 7. Now he's got to be a little careful because the angle's not great, so he may change up the shot here. He's going to stick with the 3. So he's left himself the edge of the 7 there, so good shot. Wanted to be on the other side here of his line for the 4 ball. So let's see what he likes to do here. He may just try to break out the 6 right now. And that's what he does. A great shot there by Rodger. Controlled breakout, just frees up the 6 from the 10. Now he's going to have a shot on the 6. He's got a little bit of an angle here, so he may go forward 2 rails to come back out for the 5. Oh, and he just underhits it. He's going to come up short here. Most likely we're going to see a bank here on the 5 ball. Cross side. He'll be back cutting this into the rail. Oh man, he's called the, he's going to cut this in. He calls the corner pocket. Wow, what a thin cut here. You can see him queuing, loading up with lots of inside English. He's going to be hitting this 5 ball really thin, and he missed it completely. Missed it completely, and now he's going to let Russian Kenny back at the table. Really like the bank there on the 5. Just given where the cue ball was at, he was asking for a lot. You know, then to load up with a ton of inside like that and hitting the ball really thin. Just asking for too much. So Kenny getting fortunate there, almost overrolled it and got nestled up on his 11 ball, but he's okay. So he'll work through his progression here. He's got a shot on the 15 ball. He's going to just draw this down. May got a little straight here on the 10. Definitely didn't want to be on the rail. So if he's straight in, might just have to take some medicine here and play the 10 ball, and just to get the cue ball past the 5 ball. So he's going to have a shot on the 11. He's got a little angle. He can go 2 rails. And he hit it good. Oh, man. Pockets the ball, but didn't quite draw it back enough for the 11 ball. So let's see if Kenny is going to go all out here and try to play a bank, or if he's going to try to safe his opponent here. He tried to bank it. He's going to come up short, and he's going to leave Haldar. Shot here on the 5 ball. Nice shot there. And again, under hits the ball. Comes up short on the 8-ball. So now it's going to take a cut. Back cut here on the 8, just past the 11. So he's going to make sure not to catch any part of the 11. Funny things can happen here. And he hits it great. Rodger keeping himself here in the match. The Russian Kenny still leads 4-2. He'll be breaking here in alternate break format. Of course, if you guys are looking to check out where we'll be at next, September 28th and 29th, we'll be out at Champion Billiards in Frederick for the big table 10-ball event. So if you're in the area, stop by. Of course, so you hold 3 big table events out at Champions, 8, 9, and 10-ball, and 3 bar table events here at Brewers Accused on the Boulevard. So it's going to be a scratch on the break here by Kenny. Slowly that lead begins to shrink. He's going to continue to let Rodger back into the match here. Haldar can find the roadmap here through this rack. He'll be within 1. And breaking. Rodger cleans off the cue ball there. Before he decides what he wants to do. So start out here with the 15 in the side. You can see here just a little bit, Rodger just under hitting everything, but he's going to be okay here. He's going to angle and whatever ball he wants to take. He's got the 11 and 12. Looks like the 12 ball there in the side. Looks like the 10 ball there goes by the 4 in the side, so he may be leaving that ball there for his out ball to get on the 8. So you really got to start thinking about when he wants to take the 9. Sometimes the hardest ball to play position on is a ball that's deep in the pocket. So you can see him taking a look at it now, thinking to himself, I may want to get this out of the way here. Because he doesn't want to leave that ball till last, I don't think, to get to the 10. Certainly is possible, but with Kenny's 1 and 7 ball sitting up there, he's going to have to be diligent about where he leaves the cue ball. So he's going to pocket the 11 ball here in the corner. It's a smart shot here. I think he wanted to be a little further up now. He's going to be forced here to play a combo on the 14-9. And he's going to have to hit this just pocket speed. So I really liked I liked taking the 9 before he got to this point. That way he's not left with this shot. Let's see here what he's looking at. He's just got a... Oh, man. Had a little bit of an angle on it, so he hit it a little hard, and it just scooches out there. So now he's going to be forced here to play the 10 ball.
That was a great shot there.
He hit that one good. But here's the issue here. I mean, he gets up good on the 14, but he's he's got to get perfect here on the 8 ball.
Yeah, I think he plays for the window that his cue's on right now, because it's right where the cue ball is coming off the rail. All he has to do is just not go squirrely with this. I think you just decide how far off the rail you want to be, and then just play for that.
I don't like it at all, Josh. You know, on this shot here, I like him. If he's got the angle to play the 14, I like trying to draw to the rail and just bump that 4. So that way I don't have to try to get perfect. He probably got there. Oh, no. Yep. He sees it. He just brought it off just a little bit. This is a smart shot, because and it wasn't a huge window there for him.
Gets it done.
Just like that, after being down 4-0, he's going to sneak back in here and get within 1, and he'll be breaking. So the Russian Kenny Ruttman's going to take a 5-minute break here. So each player allowed a 5-minute break through the set. So please, if you're watching the stream and you're enjoying it, we got a lot of viewers on here now. Please help keep our coverage free. There's no pay-per-view to watch BSN, so consider leaving us a tip. No amount's too small. You can send it through PayPal at sales@bsncoverage.com. You can click the link, the donate button in our description. We certainly do appreciate it. Of course, all of this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. So please share them a like, follow. Especially these guys that definitely can help you out. We support them. I definitely think that they're one of the best at what they do. Brews and Cues on the Boulevard. B. Moore's Detailing. Gina Cunningham, McKellar Williams Realty. Lights Out Billiards Apparel. East Coast Prime Meats. Brian Be Quick. And of course, On the Hill Productions, who put on these great events throughout the year. Of course, Rick Loy and his staff, Bev and Terry, here until the wee hours last night and then back early this morning. So a little bit of a thankless job. So if you see him in the building, make sure you give him a thank you. Thanks for everybody else joining in. We got Troy from New Jersey. Hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Sunday. It's hot down here in Maryland. Haldar back to break here. Trails 4-3. Kenny's giving him some opportunities here to get back in the match. After leading 4-0, now it's 4-3.
He's got a pretty open table here. I mean, the 4 and the 12 ball clustered up a little bit by the side pocket there, but if he takes high balls, 12 ball is going to go easy. If he takes low balls, he's going to have to get that 7 out of there first. I'd assume that would be when he would decide to move that, but I really feel like he's going to take high balls here. And once that 13 is cleared, the 8 ball will have access to that corner pocket. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like it might even go in between the 7 and the 5 there into the other corner.
Yeah, I mean, you know, really here, Josh, either one is okay to take. It's just really a preference on how you feel that the run out is. And he seems to like the high balls here, which I do too.
Yeah, I was favoring the high balls.
You know, the 14 ball, easy shot there to get on the 12. He's going to play this one down in the corner. Play just a stop shot there. Now, the thing here he's got to be careful is if he's going to take the 12, you can see it's a little bit of a back cut. He's going to run into that 4. So he wants to be careful. He doesn't want the 4 to trail towards the 8.
Yeah, he should be able to draw out of this one. Oh, he just bumps it on purpose. Okay.
Yeah, he just bumped it easy. Smart shot there.
Yeah, it's a little bit more controlled. You know the 4 is not going to get in the way if you just barely tap it.
And now he's got to shoot the 11 ball. A little off angle here, so he'll hit this with some inside. Now we got to remember earlier you remember when he hit it too soft and didn't get all the way to the leave that he wanted. So let's see if he remembers it here. This one you don't have to hit really hard. Do want to hit a little inside. Make sure that when it hits the rail that it takes. He just hits it real soft. He's going to be okay here, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think he planned on being under this ball, but it definitely is still very manageable.
You know, if he wants to, he can just slide this down.
Yeah, right in between the 1 and the 2.
Exactly.
It's perfect speed. And so now, do you try to get fancy with the cue ball, or do you just lay up underneath the 8 and take the longer shot into the corner?
Yeah, I think you just make the 13 come off that bottom rail. He hit it perfect.
Nice.
It didn't roll it too far. He's not going to be really queuing over the 6. And just like that, it's all tied up here.
4-4 with Russian to break.
Of course, Kenny's going to be probably kicking himself a little bit for getting out so far ahead.
We've seen it happen quite a few times this weekend, really, honestly. A little bit more than I anticipated.
We saw a match earlier yesterday with Tim Tanana leading big over Brian Dietzenbach, and Dietzenbach was able to get back in a match and win Hill. And it's funny, too, because I remember that match vividly because Tim had nipped 2 balls, you know, with his hand or his cue before his shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he had asked Brian to move the ball back, and both times Brian had moved the ball back directly in the way of where the cue ball was at, where he was going to be shooting. And I asked him later in the day that night when I had a chance to do it, I said, he purposely put those balls in your way so that you would have to cue over the ball. And he said, yeah, he did, but he said it was my fault. I touched the ball. I know the rules.
Yeah.
He can put it back wherever he, quote unquote, thinks it is.
Yeah.
And he said, so I don't get upset at that. So interesting thought process there.
I mean, I feel like that's what you got to be able to do, though. I mean, if you want to be able to play and deal with the pressure of the situation. You got to be able to have control over what you let get you fired up about something. And like you said, I mean, hey, if I didn't want it to happen, I shouldn't have touched the ball.
I mean, on the adverse part of that is, personally, I'd have an issue myself of putting that ball in the way. So I don't know that I could do that. You know, it's obviously there's no rule against it, but I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I think the players who are going to play the game with that level of respect and integrity is really what we're trying to do here.
Well, Russian's looking good here now. I like this shot here, a little 5-ball. It's one of my favorite shots here, where you can just slide the cue ball. I like to slide it a little bit more there, but he ends up hitting the 13. Now he's got an angle here on this 4. So he can't really just draw it back to play the 6 in the side. He may be able to draw it into the 9 and get it to stop, or he may have to go forward here with this ball. Or he may need to draw it to the other rail and back out to get shape on the 6. So he hits it good. He gets just past the 9, but he's on the going the reverse angle here. So Josh, he may just have to just roll the 6-ball in.
That's what I'm thinking. You just try to let the cue ball roll as little as possible after contact. I mean, you saw where he put the tip of his cue there, so he's probably going to roll 6 inches to a foot here. It's still going to be totally fine. You just got to make sure that you didn't get too close to the 14 and be jacked up sharp over that 14.
Kind of just take your medicine, right? You left yourself the shot, so now I'll play a little bit longer shot on the 8. Doesn't phase him, though. Rushing to the hill first. So Rodger here to break. Trails 5-4.
This rack is for his tournament life right now. It's a must-win rack or he's going home.
Has a couple balls down here on the break.
Cue ball still dancing. Look at it.
He's got a lot of spin on that ball, doesn't he?
Still going. Wow.
Well, it's all out here for the taking, Josh. He can certainly get back within a game here. Either way, Kenny's going to be breaking here if he's able to get it to double hill. Nice shot there by Rodger. Just goes to the rail and back up. So he's got a shot here on the 15 ball. He liked him a little bit better, a little bit set up because he could see that 12 ball. into the corner. Yeah, well. I don't know. Has he got a window here? Yeah, it looks like he is. He's going to have a window for the 9.
It's pretty fortunate because it looked like he was hooked there for a moment.
Yeah, because I don't know that 15 ball cuts by the 9. If he was forced to play that, he's going to hit this with inside and try to go 2 rails forward after the 9 ball.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Yeah, he hit it good. Comes out here for the 12. Should be home free here. You just draw back here. That's perfect.
He's in a prime position to stay alive.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of an angle here, which is great because now he can go forward and come right in the line here with the 8. I didn't want to be on the rail, though.
Yeah, I felt like he hit that with a lot of English whenever I felt like he really only had to do center high.
It was kind of like the shot in the side a little bit before. Like he's putting so much spin on the ball, which is causing it to spin like we're seeing and not get to the rails. But he makes a good shot.
It's a good out. Hill, rushing Kenny and Rodger, rushing to break.
Kenny showing some good sportsmanship there. Shakes his hand and says, good luck. It's a race to 1 here. So it was all Kenny Ruttman early on in the match. And then all of a sudden, Rodger started breaking and running.
Balls down left and right.
Well,
got 2 high balls.
It's all in his hands now. Had 2 high balls and not a great shot to start out on the high balls. Which is always a little daunting here.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it's...
I don't mind the low balls here, though.
Yeah, I was actually saying, I really like low balls here.
Key is here, though. I really like him getting... I like playing the 6 down in the corner by the 9. You know, so I would have liked to seen him maybe get in a position where he could have got there on this next shot, because then it really opens up the table for himself. But right now he's got a little work to do.
I feel like if he comes back out for the 7 here, he'll have a lot of options.
Bumps the 7. I mean, bumps the
The 15
ball,
there.
yeah. He's okay, though. He's got the 3 ball down here.
Yeah, the 1 might even go on the side past the 8 there.
Yeah, which if that would be a great shot to go because, oh, he needed that to
speed
hurry.
up.
He needed that to hurry.
Well, now he's got to take the 7. The 6, I don't think it's going to go by that 14 into the corner. If it does, the speed's got to be just perfect. This is tough.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously he's going to be forced here to play the 7 ball, so he can draw back. If he doesn't get perfect shape, you know, to get the 6, he'll still have the 2. But man, it gets a little funny. And now he's gonna. Oh man,
That 1 ball's got to go for him to have shot it like that.
yeah, he just drew back a little too far there. So he's gonna go ahead and pocket this 1 ball on the side.
There we go.
Now I got a little better. Nice recovery there by the Russian.
He's looking at it. He's checking it out. I mean, the thing is the speed that he needs to hit that 6 at. Like, he needs to be able to shoot the 8 last because he doesn't want to have to draw off of that 6. You put that much pace on it, you're shortening your pocket. So now I almost wonder.
Well, even he's got the 2 ball here, and he's got the 12 ball down there, so he's going to run into it. So, it's.
Is there enough angle to?
Yeah, that's really the shot here. If he can just play the 2 in the pocket and clip the 13 and come up past the. Clip the 12 and come up past the 13. He'd get in position to play that 6 ball just down past the 9 in the corner pocket. That would set him home free, but you can tell kind of he was getting out of line each time there as he's trying to get into position to make the ball.
Yeah, it was like his recovery after recovery, attempt after another attempt there. He was looking at where the cue ball's coming down here after he shoots a 6, in between the 8 here.
Yeah, so just
this actually turned out pretty good for him here.
Yeah, I think when he was trying to draw it down to play the 2 on the side, he overplays it a little bit, but he's going to have the 2 ball up here in the corner pocket. And he was just telling his opponent about the rule. It's okay. It's not all ball foul here. He can touch the ball, but if it impedes the path of the cue ball, then it's ball in hand foul. Still got to be careful here. He's got a shot here on the 2, but he may have to draw back down and out to get a shot here on the 8 because he's going to be running right into this 12 ball. Almost like using the 12 ball a little bit as a rail. Good shot. Yep. If it goes past the 15.
This angle looks like it goes all day. The other angle looks like it's dangerous.
Yeah, it looks like it goes right by it. So he's going to play, and he's okay. He's got a stopper here.
Easy.
There you have it.
Good job.